And we are recording. Hi, everybody. Happy July. It's so good to see you guys on here. Thanks again, as always, for taking the time out of your schedule to be on. At 8:30, or whatever time zone you're in half an hour, the corporate call starts, and I encourage you to be on that too. We never really know what they're going to tell us, so it's always good to be on. A couple announcements, and then we're going to talk about how to get out of slump, which I'm really excited to hear Monica talk about tonight, because a lot of people are discussing this all over, not just our team, but in the larger team, the wider team, and I think it's a really timely topic. So I wanted to remind you that tomorrow at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, Director Taylor Proctor will be going live in our team page, and she's going to talk about how consistent habits have helped her grow her business and how she uses consistent activities in her office hours. And I love hearing from Taylor. She is very well-spoken and is just so easy to listen to. So if you can't be on live, be sure to catch the replay tomorrow. We'll be continuing those Tuesday trainings all month. And if you guys love them, then we'll try to continue them into August as well. Speaking of August and September, Summit is just a few weeks away. It's like 8 weeks. When you log into your online office, you see that ticker counting down to Summit. You guys, Summit, and Monica will talk about this too, but Summit is like the best way to get out of a slump. And I was thinking about it today, how it's so perfectly timed, especially for those of us with kids at home in the summer, because it's like a fresh start. And I have no doubt that September is going to be a really, really big month, coming off of Summit, heading into the fall. It's just such a fun, number one, girls' weekend, number two, time away from your family. But number three, it's a really incredible way to be part of something bigger and to get out from behind your computer screen. So there are still tickets available. Last I checked, there weren't a lot left. I don't have the exact number, but it is a thing where once we get to 1,000, they will cap it. So if you're interested in going, you want to grab your ticket. There's a Friday activities. There's a warehouse tour, a workout, and a like gathering at night hosted by corporate. And then Saturday is all day training, and we'll do a team dinner that night for anybody who's available. So it will be a really, really fun time. And I think that's it. So Monica, I'll mute and send it over to you.
All right. Well, thank you guys for all jumping on. Let me just start by saying that we are all feeling this. I know Katie kind of mentioned that with, the other teams that we're associated with and our larger team. We're all feeling it. Summer is just hard. Just like we're busy with our kids and our family, our customers are busy with their kids and their family, and trying to get parties scheduled, and all of that can be very frustrating, and it can be like, oh my gosh, what am I doing wrong? But just know that you're not doing anything wrong. I was telling Katie today that I was reading a blog about direct sales and how they were saying direct sales, the hardest months begin in June, begin with a J. So that's June, July, and January. Those are the hardest months for direct sales. So we are in it right now. So allow yourself some grace with that. Don't beat yourself up. Just what you can do is stay consistent. I know we don't have a lot of time with kids being home or vacations or husbands being home. I have a daughter that's going off to college, so I'm like trying to spend as much time with her as I can. So I'm like today, I would have normally been a work day for me because I'm off on Mondays, but I went to the pool with her instead. So, and I do feel that like, oh, I should be home working. I should be getting stuff done. But we just got to schedule some time in the morning. Schedule those 5, 10, 15 minutes in the morning where you can do your reach outs. And then before bed, schedule those 10, 15 minutes that you can do some follow-ups. Just don't beat yourself up about it. You have to enjoy it. And this business, trust me, if once you meet corporate, you'll know that they want that for us too. They don't want us to be frustrated or overwhelmed with this business. They want us to have fun with it. They want us to enjoy it. They want us to enjoy our family. So keep that in mind. But you do have to stay consistent. You can't just put it completely out of your mind, or it will be hard to catch up again when we get to those busy months. So just don't you know, put it in the back of your mind, but just don't stress out about it, as, you know, like to make you feel overwhelmed or like you just can't do it. So, and Katie was sharing this video with me today. It was a video on Instagram of this girl, and you know, she was just saying how she was complimenting this girl she was working out next to, and you know, how awesome she, you know, she was, and how she was eyeing her. And she said, I finally just was like, I'm going to tell her how awesome she is. So that brings me to Zaya's pillar this month with light. It's like, share that. Like, if there's somebody on the team that you think is killing it, tell them they're killing it. Like, just that little bit of, you know, that little uplift that you can give somebody. They might be having a bad day. Like, you know, it just, that little bit of encouragement might be all that they need. So, and then when somebody gives it to you, tell them thank you, accept it. You know, you're doing the best that you can, and you know, you just gotta accept it, and you gotta give it out. So that just makes everybody feel good. So just keep that in mind. Let's see. Gratitude journal. I wasn't very good at this, but I actually just started last month. When I'm feeling overwhelmed, or I'm just like, oh gosh, like I haven't got any sales in the last couple of days, or I haven't signed a rep in, you know, a week or 2 or 3. I've been just like writing in the journal and just writing everything that I am thankful for. And really how amazing my life is. Like, why are you feeling down? Like, you have this going for you, you have this going for you, like your business is doing awesome, you have an awesome team, you know, everybody's healthy, you know, just any little thing that you can write down that gets your mind away from those negative thoughts that you're having about your business. Is just super helpful. So just write it down, and the more you see it, the more you believe it, and things, will definitely look up for you. Get outdoors, like just 15, 20 minutes of being outside, putting my earbuds in, listening to personal development has been huge for me. Like, if I go to sit down and I'm just like, oh, my head's not in, I want to do this and I can't focus, like, just like take 15 minutes to yourself, go outside, put some, you know, earbuds in and listen to, you know, a book on audio. Or if I'm have to run a million errands, I just put it on in the car. It just helps me like refocus, and it's just super helpful for me. Another thing is declutter and organize. My desk was like getting a little too much for me. I had Post-it notes everywhere. I took them all down. I rewrote my goals, stuck them back up there. You know, erased my board over there, started over, just cleaned everything up, made my workspace just neat and tidy, which helps like clear your mind. I also had a closet upstairs that was just driving me nuts. Every time I went up there, I was like, oh, I need to clean that closet out. And I just kept putting it off. And in the midst of all this, when I had stuff to do with my business, I was like, you know what? I'm going upstairs. I'm going to clean out that closet. Cleaning out that closet was like so, I don't even know. It was like, and while I was cleaning it, I was thinking about my business. I was like, I need to do this, or I should do this, but I felt like it was something I could check off my list. It was a big project that had been in the back of my mind, but getting it done just felt, okay, that's done. Now I'm going to focus on my business for a while. So you have something that's been driving you crazy that you wanted to get done, just do it, check it off the list. And then I think it helps to just kind of clear your mind to focus back on your business. Let's see. Of course, yoga, working out. I know we're busy and sometimes we're like, oh, I'm the workout's just, I'm going to have to put that on the back burner. I don't have time. I have to do this. I have to take the kids here. I have to pick up the kids here. But you really, really need to keep that at the top of your priority list, because we all know like that workout, it just gives you those endorphins, makes you feel so much better about yourself. Sorry, my husky is trying to, speaking of anxiety, you know, it just helps clear your mind and just, again, let you refocus on your goals and what you want to get done. Make a vision board. I kind of just started doing this. I love Katie. Katie has it on her screensaver. So I've been kind of in Canva, kind of playing with it a little bit. But if you don't want to make a vision board, then at least write a paragraph or write some bullet points on what your dream life looks like, what you want from this business. What is this business going to give you? What do you want out of this business? And I think by putting it out there and seeing these vacation spots or this dream home or whatever it is that you want, like debt free, like put a big, debt free or whatever you want. I think putting it out there in front of you and seeing it is a great reminder to be like, okay, this is why I'm doing this. This is my why. This is what I want. And I think that helps you, again, refocus and get you out of that slump sometimes if you're feeling it. Work on your mindset. I know we say this all the time, but it is just so important. What you focus on is what you're going to do. So if you're always thinking, oh, I can't get any reps, this is horrible, my business is horrible, I can't get any sales, I can't get any parties, but that's exactly what's going to happen. If you wake up and you're like, okay, I am going to welcome 3 new reps to my team this month. And if you say that every day, or if you say, I'm going to book, 2 parties for this month, or whatever it is, the more you say it, the more you believe it. So it's just where your energy is that's what's going to happen. So just keep that in mind. The more negative thoughts that you have in your head, that's what's going to happen. You're not going to get those reps. You're not going to get those parties. You're not going to get those sales. So just as hard as it is sometimes in the slump, just really work on those affirmations, those positive affirmations. Maybe do some meditation. I mean, there's a million personal development books out there that will help with this, or even on Pinterest there's a million affirmations. I was kind of reading through them, and I was like, oh, I like this one, I'm going to start saying this one daily, and that's been really helpful. And then write down your goals every month. Make a new list of what you want to accomplish, big or small. Actually, the small ones are easier to just kind of check off your list. I like to do my PV, like I think Katie does it too, like 500, 1,000, 1,500, check them off, write them on the board every time you hit those goals. Is super helpful. And then, like Katie said, make a plan to get to Summit. It's a game changer. I want you guys to all meet corporate and see corporate and listen to them in person, because I think the connection with them, just makes you even more connected with this company and want to be here and want to make this part of your life, because they're amazing people and they have such good hearts, and it's just such a feel good experience that you leave there, you're pumped up. Like Katie said, September is going to be huge. I think even August, we start to, gain the momentum, and then going into Summit is just huge motivator for everybody. You just refresh, it's almost like a fresh start. It's like the fall is here and we are ready to go, and we know that we have the holiday season coming up, and that's where the business really, really just skyrockets. Like looking back at my PV from last year during the summer, it was not good. It was not good at all. But I love to watch it, what happens in August, September, October, and November with that PV. It was just, you can see it. You can see that summer is slow, but like I said, if you don't give up and you stay consistent, you will get back up there. So for those of you that have just joined in the summer and you're like, oh my gosh, this is hard, you just need to stick with it, because trust me, it will get going better and faster and bigger, and you will definitely see things change. So and just know that this is it's temporary. It's gonna happen now, but it's gonna be gone. It will leave. So just stay with it and stay positive, and just reach out if you need any help, or if you want some ideas on some personal development or some affirmations or anything like that. But just make some goals and just don't beat yourself up. I think that's the biggest thing. It's just allow yourself some grace, and we're all in this together. We're all feeling it. It's not just you. Katie and I, we were talking about it today. We're like, geez, but we know what happened last summer. We were here, we lived through it. We came out just boom after Summit. It was a big it was a big jump, and our team just has continued to grow. So, and we're still, it's not like we're not doing anything. Our team is still, like, if you look, we're still adding reps like daily. It's not like we've gone, it's just, some people it's happening for, and some people it's not. But it just kind of depends on how busy you are and what you have going on with your life and what's, but just keep your blinders on. Don't worry about your neighbor. Just worry about yourself. So, Katie, do you have anything to add?
That was really good. I have 3 things that I wrote down. I read a quote today that said, when you're overwhelmed, learn to rest and not to quit. And I thought that was really helpful. This is, for me, I'm a stay-at-home mom, and my kids are gone in the school year during the day, right, to school. And so in the summer, it's a whole different thing. And I know several of us have that as well. And so for me, I'm just trying to just be in this. This is the season I'm in. I'm in this kind of, I'm super focused on the kids in the summer because they're there. And so I'm just trying to just be in that season. So I'm resting a tiny bit. I'm not able to work as much on my business. I'm just taking a little rest. And it is hard. It is hard for me to rest. But I'm trying to just kind of absorb that and have grace for myself with that. So I encourage you guys to do that too. And then the other thing, two more things. One, Lindsay Costello said this the other day on her training, and she kind of has the same situation. Her kids are home in the summer, and she says she just tries to touch her business at least once every day. And I loved that. It's just a gentle way to keep working, right? So touch your business. So maybe that means reaching out to some of your reps, or making a couple posts, or reaching out to a few customers. It doesn't take a lot to stay a little bit engaged. What you don't want to do is just shut down all the way and not do anything. Just even if you just touch your business a little bit every day, that will keep that consistency, that will keep that habit, and we're going for those habits, right, of continuing to work. And then the last thing is that I was going to make a post about this today, so I didn't, but you might see it tomorrow. One thing that helps me is chunking my day. So today, for example, I started my day with some work. So that was like business mode. Then I was in mom mode, and I did like pool and running all over. And then I came home and I did house mode, which was like laundry and dinner. Then I did mom mode. Actually, I exchanged mom mode for dad mode, and I went to the gym. And then now I'm back in business mode. So it helps me so much if instead of trying to do everything all at once, I'm focused on one set of activities at a time. And so for those of you with jobs, that might be you do a little bit of Zaya before you go to work, and then you're in work mode, and then maybe over your lunch you're in Zaya mode, and then you're in mom mode, or whatever your schedule is. But I do think that we work better as humans if you aren't multitasking. That's like, we've come to find out that multitasking really just means we're not doing anything effectively, right? So I think if you are focused on one set of activities for a time, that's helpful. Another way to think of it is called ping-ponging. And this is if you have young children, you give them like 10 minutes of super focused attention, and then you sit them over here with their toys, and you do 10 minutes of focused reach outs, right? And you're kind of ping-ponging back and forth. So it's still chunking, it's just in smaller bits. But being smart with your schedule does help a lot.
So Julia, there's a question about some personal development books. And I was going to say one book that really helps is The Universe Has Your Back. It's a little hard when you first get started to stay engaged, but if you can just make it through the first part, then it really starts to click, which I think that was really helpful for me. And then I also love You're a Badass at Making Money. I loved You're a Badass, but I love You're a Badass at Making Money. I think I've listened to it 3 times now on audio. And I love to listen to her, and she has so many good points, and I'm just like, so that's been super helpful. Those are like a couple of my favorite ones. Right now, I know Katie loves her Atomic Habits, and which is an awesome book too. Trying to think.
I just read one called Chasing Excellence, and it's if you guys like CrossFit, you would love this. It's written by a CrossFit coach, and it's talking about mindset work through the lens of fitness. So if you love, if you love fitness, but especially if you love CrossFit, it's so good.
Any other questions? I was trying to see if there was.
Just don't quit, ladies.
Yes.
Just keep your head up and don't quit. And know, like Monica said, August will be better and easier, and then it'll just be up. Like it's just a little bit of a lull and a busy time. So corporate call is in just a few minutes, and I will post this recording as soon as it uploads. Yes, it is still fun.
Yes, I absolutely love it. But sometimes it can be a little frustrating, but just know we're all in the same boat. Just keep your blinders on. Don't worry about your neighbor, what your neighbor's doing. Just worry about yourself and know what you have to do. And I think we'll be just fine. So, all right.
Thanks, everybody.